This is a description of how the color stretch option works within the inking section. This is a blending type of option, and you can see the description down at the bottom, and up here you can see what happens at the brush stroke, that the paint from the first color eventually runs out. Basically, the larger you make the color stretch value, the longer that the paint will last in the stroke. Now that's pretty obvious, but there may be some subtle differences or things that you might want to be aware of. So the first one is, notice as I start on the white and I move into the yellow, the white will eventually run out. So you can see it runs out. But the same thing has happened. I haven't picked up my pen, and now if I go back, it's now yellow, and yellow will run into white. And again, now it's white, then it becomes yellow. So going back and forth, it's kind of like you have wet paint where your paintbrush is becoming yellow on one side and white on the other. Now, of course, as I increase that color stretch, the effect lasts longer. So the white lasts a little bit longer. Same thing for the yellow. And so it just travels a little bit more. The next thing that you need to know is that it affects only colors on the same layer. So it's blending within the same layer. If I come above to a layer, above the color layer, notice that it doesn't do anything at all. The other thing to notice is that for the mixed ground color, depending upon whether you've set for blend or running color, the effect lasts much longer. So for blend, it goes much further than for running color. So here we have running color, and you see that that is really more like a very quick blending type of operation. Now notice, in order for it to act just like a blender, I've turned the amount of paint down to 0 and the density of paint down to 0. If I increase the amount of paint, then it will start by having some paint based upon the current foreground color. So here we have some yellow start out, so it doesn't seem to blend it well. To make it just a blender, turn that amount of paint down. So that's it for the color stretch option.